For one special week, middle school students and staff at Home Gardens Academy considered two small yet powerful words: what if? On Monday, the question was, what if you overcame your obstacles? At lunch, students and staff raced through a giant inflatable obstacle course and climbed a huge adjoining rock wall, symbolic of overcoming obstacles in their own lives. During 7th period, we asked for some brave volunteers to participate in our own Fear Factor and taste an exotic blended drink we called the Fear Factor Smoothie, made of milk, honey, anchovies, and toothpaste. Tuesday, the question was, what if you took control of your own story? In the morning, the Santiago High School Unity team came to our campus and put on a mini Unity day camp that focused on student self-empowerment and creating a sense of community. During 7th period, Reggie Tompkins shared his own life story and urged students to take control of theirs.
You have a chance to knock it out of the park. You want Centennial and Santiago to know that you were there. That's what you want.
Wednesday, we asked, what if you could walk a day in someone else's shoes? Students were encouraged to wear pink and mismatched shoes. The message was, if we could walk in someone else's shoes, not only would we stop mistreating them, but perhaps they could even be our friend. At lunch, we brought in a giant getting-to-know-you ball pit. Two people who didn't know each other very well would climb in together and then ask each other questions.
When is your birthday? November 19th. My birthday is May 22nd.
I want you to predict your future. Can you think of something you see yourself doing in the future? Or?
Going to the military.
Oh, okay, there you go. My favorite sport is basketball, man.
When they were done, we invited them to step inside our photo booth and take a picture with their newfound friend. During 7th period, students took a long walk around the block. They were challenged to walk with someone they don't normally hang out with and get to know them.
The whole day allowed them to open up to that moment. Like, I saw two kids next to each other that had never talked to each other, probably don't even know anything about each other, asking each other, hey, so where are you from? And so, what can you tell me about yourself? And that was pretty powerful. I felt like you want those moments.
I love seeing students that don't regularly hang out and socialize together, build bonds. And I think it's awesome kids share, personal stuff.
I think I want to be a psychologist or a doctor.
Thursday, the question was, what if the fear was gone? Most people carry burdens and fears around with them every day. Often, these fears are carried in silence and can be destructive. During 1st period, teachers dismissed half their class to the multipurpose room for a special activity. When they arrived, they were given a card and asked to write down a personal fear or a heavy burden they carry.
What I wrote down on the card was that things are tough at home and I'm constantly getting bullied, and there's this one person that makes me feel like I'm the ugliest, most fattest person in the world.
In my box, I wrote that I hate myself because I tend to hurt people around me. So when I look in the mirror, I dread waking up in the morning.
I wrote my dad passed away, and it just keep going on with life. Because one day, I'm going to talk to him.
They were then given their own box and instructed to put their card inside, tape it up, and keep it a secret.
You weren't supposed to tell anyone what was in the box. So if someone asked you what was in there, you had to say nothing. Same thing as when you're not happy and you're carrying that burden with you and someone asks you, oh, well, what's going on? And you say nothing.
Students were informed that they would be expected to carry the box everywhere they went and not let it out of their possession until sometime during 7th period. At that point, the entire middle school silently entered the multipurpose room for the unveiling.
Would we really treat that person the way we've treated them up to now if we knew what was going on in their lives?
Students with a box were finally given the opportunity to reveal what they had kept hidden inside all day long, and students without a box could finally see what was inside.
I wrote that I had attempted suicide before, and I was thinking, is it still worth it being here on earth? Well, I saw the look on their faces, and some of them made really nice comments to me. They told me, oh, no, don't think that way. It's not worth it. And you realize, wow, like someone understands me, or like they're there for me.
Some people, I felt really bad, and they told me like that I was pretty.
It was like emotional for me too, because when other people cry, I start crying. And
you know, a few weeks back, his dad passed away, and he's coming with this heavy burden to school. To see him go through What If Week, only a couple weeks after the loss of his father, and seeing him open up with other kids.
when I read his card in his box, it said that his dad recently died, and he's been trying to go through it. And Jesse started crying, and I told him it was all right.
That was powerful. And so I would do all of What If Week again, just for him.
After an emotional time of reading one another's burdens and fears, the kids without a box were asked to link up with a student with a box and to not let them carry it alone any longer. They exited the multi and carried that box together around the track, just listening and showing compassion to one another. At the end of the track, a giant dumpster was set up where students could destroy and throw away their box, symbolic of letting go of their burdens and moving forward.
It's just like a weight lifted off your shoulder, because now I know that I'm not alone, and I let them know my story. So I basically see everybody in a different way now. You'll never forget it, ever.
Friday, the question was, what if the dream came true? Students were asked to dress to impress, to wear an outfit that demonstrates what they want to wear when their dreams come true, like a doctor, lawyer, or professional athlete. During 7th period, we invited the Senior Deputy District Attorney for Riverside County, Jerry Lopez, to wrap up the week with an inspirational message that encompassed the theme of each day.
And I really started to think, what if I continue to go down this path? What if I'm the one who gets rushed to the emergency room? What if I'm the one who ends up in the coffin, and that's my family that has to suffer for it? Go do something for somebody else. The happiest people in the world are the people that do good things for others, are the people that love and serve others.
There's a natural pushback, like, we've got a lot of science that we have to do. So I shouldn't be doing any of these activities with kids. But let's invest in the kids. And maybe the learning of science and math, you know, we're gonna find that it might be a little bit easier for them if we just invest in them.
Do it, because if you really putting your thought into it, you're gonna have a remarkable week.